It's John here from the Acoustic Shop. We snuck in. Actually have some friends. We paid like $40 at the door here, and you slip the right security guard and stuff, and they'll let you in. So we got a whole crew in here, and then first place we go, the Eastman booth, and you guys knew we were going to do it anyway, and if they stopped us, we were going to go, sorry.
Already in.
We're in, so too late. Anyway, we're here at the Eastman booth, and with my good friend Pepine, we're going to talk about some of the new things that are coming out for Eastman. We're going to be later on talking with Dana Bourgeois. We're going to talk about auto. We're going to talk about the new stuff with the electrics. We're going to cover so much stuff here. We're going to basically hit the entire booth here of all the fretted instruments. And this guy right here, nobody talks about instrument design like this guy in weird shapes and all that kind of stuff, but we always have a great time. Pepine is here. And what do we want to talk about today?
Well, first of all, thank you for guerrilla sneaking in.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Because
Guerrilla,
this is guerrilla style.
No,
it's
he said gorilla. In case you were wondering what that was,
no,
that was
guerrilla.
Gorilla.
Guerrilla.
Do you say aluminium too? In
No,
Dutch?
no, I don't do that.
You don't do that?
I never.
How do you say aluminum?
I'm aluminum. No.
Anyway, we did get in here. Again, we're watching this live, so if you guys have any questions, anything you want to know about specs as we're going through this stuff, these are the guys to tell us all the answers, and Hinckley right now is monitoring all of that, so she'll be able to tell us. Got my glasses on, so I'm going to see everything. Some really cool stuff today. So what do we want to start with? We're going to talk about these new E1s, correct?
Yes, today I wanted to start special. And
I'm going to start with this.
One of the reasons why I want to start special is this is something that we haven't done for a long time. It's an OMCE, and
yeah, you talked to that guy.
And it's really, we are so happy that Dana lent us his soloist design so that we could do this OMCE the right way.
So by Dana, he's talking about Dana Bourgeois. In case you guys are not familiar already, there is a partnership that is working between Eastman and Bourgeois Guitars, and Dana, who's like the forefront of OM design. He's been doing it. He's what brought it back to life. And we'll talk some more about that here in a little bit. But he has the OM Soloist, which is the cutaway version of the OM, a slightly smaller, thinner body design,
you have the
right?
higher reach,
Yep.
Still the OM sound. And one of the things that we did, perhaps you're familiar with our E1 series, and they are already incredible value for money. This is even better. It's got a thermocured thermocured Sitka top, and
it's okay. I'll learn the specs. You'll learn the specs. We'll get them eventually.
Thermocured Sitka top. It's got a beautiful herringbone
I
rosette.
love the rosette.
I love the 12 fret inlay that Otto designed, and then on the back we have quilted sapelli. Next to the quilted sapelli and all the specs, the TC Sitka top, the beautiful inlay, it's also the E1 Special Series has a True Tone gloss finish. So normally they are satin finish, True Tone satin. This is the True Tone gloss finish. So they really look good.
They do.
MSRP is $1,099 for this one. This one's got the Fishman Sonitone pickup built in.
That's right. And then this one is the Dreadnought version of this, and also going to be available in a standard OM, correct?
Exactly.
Now, my question on this one, is this a long scale or a short scale? Dana, I'm going to steal you real quick.
No, it's the regular.
It's the full scale?
Yeah, it's the regular.
Okay, and this one will be the short scale?
No, it's this, both same.
Both are now going to be
scale.
a full scale OM. All right. So there you go. So there's a new change for you guys out there. And then the Dread, same idea, quilted sapelli. Now, this one, you have the OM and this, a list price on this, $979. So this is going to be quite a bit more affordable in this option. I love the new rosette. I think it looks great. It's a powerful
really
guitar. We were playing this a little bit ago. I'm going to bend down. So these going to come hard shell case,
No,
gig bag?
Gig bag.
Okay.
Always gig bag with the E1s.
Yes, they have been.
And
That's
I
why I was
don't know
wondering
if
if it
the
was going
camera
to be.
can catch it, but if you look at the Sitka top, have some beautiful weaves in the top. So
Absolutely.
There's really something special going on here.
Mm-hmm. So there is the new E1 specials.
The E1 specials.
Okay.
These are the specials.
And then we move into the what is this series?
No, yeah, there you go. Yeah,
you get it right.
Brand new. You're the first ones to hear about this. These are the Luthier series.
Luthier series.
It's a new series.
Huh? I got questions? All right, let's go ahead.
Okay,
Hit
first
the questions. Tell me.
Okay, what's the snut width of the OMC?
The OMCE, is it going to be at 1 3/4
Inch and 3/4. Yes,
inch and 3/4.
nut
Yes,
width. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
nut width. Inch and 3/4 on the OMCE, as well as
Same, yeah.
Yep, and
All
then
the same.
all of them the same. That's the same as the E1 series has been all the way
Exactly.
through. Correct. All right. I just want to make sure of that. Anything else?
Is there a difference in the body depth size between the soloist and the OM?
Is there a difference in the body depth size between the OM? He's saying no, and the soloist. So they're
Yeah,
not
this is not
covering-
the soloist. This
It is
the
not.
soloist. Then you have to buy a Bourgeois guitar.
That's right.
He
But it's
just
based off of.
yeah, it's based off, and he just was kind enough to lend his design to us. So as you can see, there's no difference there. It's
There you
just a
go.
little piece missing here.
Why didn't you guys just do that in the first place? Just cut it off and call it good. Just chop it off and
We're not good choppers.
bandsaws. Anyway.
The Luthier series.
Now we'll get into the Luthier series. Again, stop me anytime. Just put up the hand when you need that, okay? Luthier series, tell us
Yeah,
about this.
Well, let me show you, because the Luthier series also start with the back.
yeah,
This is double A quilted sapelli, really pretty. And what we try to accomplish with this series is to bridge a crossover between the traditional Eastman guitars, the E series, E10, E20, E6, and the AC series, our Grand Auditorium CE models. So for the first time, there's modern appointments like the AC series headstock style
Purfling.
on a traditional body style. So this is the 00SS, our slope shoulder small body guitar. It's got the sound port. I really, personally, I love the sound port.
I'm waiting on a sound port in my dread.
Yeah, because it gives you your own personal monitoring system. Then it's got beautiful rosewood bindings, magenta and turquoise purflings.
Also known as magenta here in the States.
I say magenta. only in Missouri they say that like that.
I can only treat you this poorly. When we get to Dana, I'm going to be a lot nicer.
Yeah, but I won't let you speak to Dana if you behave like this.
That's the way it's going to
I
be.
just so feel for the teachers
I'm
that
sorry.
had this guy in the class when
I'm
he was
sorry.
a kid.
I don't like me either. So it's all right.
Snakewood rosette and the beautiful auto design.
The inlays are gorgeous.
The hurricane,
Yeah.
the flipped hurricanes also on the headstock. Very important. These are, of course, the first prototype samples. So this one's got a gloss neck, this one a satin neck, but production
will be-
models will have satin neck.
Okay, absolutely. And that's part of the joy of being at NAMM. We see some things that have got slight tweaks that are getting ready to come out, and you know they're not here in production, so we're working off some prototypes and showing everybody. That's part of the NAMM experience.
Yeah, and one
you
of
know.
the things that I always like, I don't know if it's possible, but if Jason could film inside the sound port,
It's possible.
It shows you the kind of house that you want to live in.
Does your house look like this?
I wish.
So we have this now in an OM and a 00,
And
and
OMCE is also coming to this. So also 3 Luthier series.
all right. And those price points?
These are, let me see, I haven't learned them by heart.
Neither have I.
Oh, I haven't got my glasses.
I see 1890, and then 1890 on this one as well. So there you go. The CE, I'm assuming, is going to be a little bit higher
Little bit
because
higher.
of the cutaway and the
Element
electronics.
VCC pickup system.
There you go. Awesome. And then, of course, we already have showed this off, but we are getting more of these back in. We haven't done our review on those yet on the channel, but the new PCH travel guitar is really cool because it has
Yes.
a kind of a bold back and it gives you a little bit more depth, and it is a laminate. So I actually do like this. I love the TG series. I actually have been my favorite travel guitars for a while, but one of the complaints was always worry about what it's going to do traveling, and having a laminate sides and back makes it a little bit more carefree
true.
in the travel. So I
Yeah,
know a
and
lot
it's
of people are
it's
liking
a
that.
pressed back.
Yeah, so that kind of gives it a little bit more deal, but still gives you a gloss top.
Yeah.
Which I don't think, if I remember right, the TG1 and TG2 are all satin.
Satin
Correct.
finish.
So this gives you that gloss top, a thermal cured, which again we've been seeing work our way into
Yeah, and we're,
those
we're
guitars.
back in using rosewood bridges and rosewood fingerboards.
Absolutely. So, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move over. You get to come over. Jeremy's going to join the conversation. We're going to skip by Dana here and talk about mandolins. Huh? You been watching? All right. So is he already mic'd up and ready to roll? Jeremy.
I need to take your tag.
Okay, all right. So here's what I'm going to do.
This
I'm gonna
is live,
switch.
folks.
That's right.
Anything can happen.
Next year we're gonna buy more packs.
You're going to hear a pop for 1 second. Now you're in.
Testing 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. Hi.
Jeremy!
What's your name?
You know better than anyone.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you,
Thank
my
you for
friend.
letting us swoop in on your booth.
Yes.
We couldn't wait for the masses to arrive, so we had to see the stuff ahead of time. We got 4 new releases this year, right? I mean, they're tweaks. We got tweaks on a couple of them.
Unfortunately, there are a couple mandolins that didn't make it yet. They're still in the car driving, so that's the empty hooks.
But we do have the, do we get to know what's in the car that didn't make it?
Yeah, we can. It's the MD815V.
Yes.
Our new Adirondack Sunburst, really pretty antique varnish mandolin. We love that one.
So the big difference is it's going to be a Sunburst.
Yeah, that's going to be hanging here, and then
The Gold Burst.
this one made it. So your mini SB59. No, it's the El Rey Mando, designed by Otto, our chief designer, and we changed the color. Normally it's available in classic, which we still have on offer.
And we've had a number of those in the shop, and
Yeah, but
they're so fun. But yeah, the Gold Burst is beautiful on there.
The great thing with these, with the Lolar humbucker, is that you can actually use pedals like those to really be a rock star on your.
We
on
did
your
it.
mandolin.
We got chewed out by playing a little too much rock and roll with too much distortion
Yeah.
on it, but it was too much fun not to do that. So I had a blast doing it,
So
pretending I was an electric
now
guitar
Gold
player.
Burst also available.
And then Gold Burst also in the 6,
Yeah.
the 615
The whole
or
600
605.
series, so 604, 605, 614, and 615. That's all.
That burst
a whole
on there
lot
is
of numbers.
gorgeous.
It's always a little difficult to understand. Just a quick Eastman numbers explanation. So the 04 is an
We've already done this video.
Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Please.
04 is an oval hole mandolin, A style. The 05 is an F hole, A style mandolin. The 14 is an oval hole, F style mandolin, and the 15 is an F style, F hole mandolin. Someone once made a joke by putting A holes in the price list.
Well, once
Nobody noticed for years.
Once we had, we hired Liz when she started at the shop. She kept calling when a customer come in. She'd say, "Yeah, this is our A-hole mandolins over there."
Yeah.
We had to like pull her aside and explain that that's a
Yeah.
A-style mandolin. So yeah, really cool. It has the K&K pickup built
Yeah,
into
K&K
it.
dual
We love the pickup or the pick guard on these are very like understated, but still look very attractive. And the big change here is just going into the Gold Burst.
Yeah, the Gold Burst.
And the blocking layout also is another big thing that we like when you guys change over to that. And then these are the new exciting things. We
Yeah,
told
this
people this might be coming. So the 300 series is a huge seller for the store. It's what really turned me on to Eastman because I was teaching mandolin, and to find a really good quality, good playing F-style mandolin for under $1,000, I think at the time they were $800, was just impossible. And then I first played an Eastman 315. I was like, man, what is this company all about? And really got turned on to Eastman through the F-style 300 series. And a lot of my students to start out, we sell so many of these, because if you're going to start out, you don't want an instrument that holds you back from playing. You want one that's easy to play and has good tone, but you're also, because of all the hand carving, they can't be real inexpensive. You can't get a very good quality sub $200 mandolin. It's F-style especially.
One of the things that I always say is that every mandolin that we make, the high-priced one, but also the 300s, is built by the same people. So it's the same hand craftsmanship. It's just the specs, the woods that we use, double bindings or single bindings, that makes, or the finish, that makes the difference in price. So an MD815 has an Adirondack top, so obviously that's more expensive. But the inside, the carvings, everything we do on that mandolin, that's equal quality. So you get the best made by the best.
And then the 300 series really hadn't changed in, gosh, at least 12, 15 years. And now you guys have finally a upgrade to the 300 pickup pre-installed in it, which is great. The K&K pickup.
K&K duotone, same as on the 600 series. So also we didn't take any shortcuts there. Just the best we could get.
And it's still, for people that are buying even high-end mandolins, that's the one we recommend people have. It's what I got on my mandolins, plus I got the microphone blended. But great acoustic sounding pickup, pre-installed in a very good, affordable mandolin, and then also now in a burst.
In a sunburst, so that when you see the MD300 in the Classic, you know that one is acoustic. When you see the sunburst, you know that one's got a pickup system.
And it's still got this nice satin finish to it, but just a really attractive looking burst to these. A little dark on that. I think it's a really cool, exciting upgrade. And
also available in the 04, 05, 14, and 15. And I almost forgot a mandola and an octave mandolin.
So the mandola is also going to be available with the.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Man, I've got an A style that I just play all the time. It's in my lesson room and I do it on half-hour videos. It's a monster 305. And that's a killer one too. So yeah, very excited those are coming out. For anybody that's wanting that entry level, even above an instrumental, like a really good starter mandolin that has a pickup built into it. Like I say, I installed one in my mandolins, and I still do a lot of performances with my 305. So very excited to have these finally out in the 300 series. And then, like I said, we had the two that are missing that we'll have to pre-build those tomorrow.
Well, we're going to switch. Yeah, you can start us on this. Tell us what you got on this wall. Anything new and exciting, Pepine?
Everything. I think that's a change from previous NAMMs. We started doing that last year. That everything we're showing is brand new. So it hasn't been anywhere else. You haven't seen it. So it's only the new stuff that we have on the booth.
So this is not our normal stuff, and I know there's a lot of us, our normal viewers that are going to be like, why are you showing all? Because we're going to show it all. We're going to cover all the stuff, the electrics, all the new stuff, and for all of you that are out here, I already saw one of the comments, Tex Haynes is out there. He's one of our big followers. He wants to thank you. He's got like 3 different ones. What do you say he's got in his? He said
E20 Madagascar.
He's got E20 Madagascar. What was it again? A E40 OM. He said thank you for his awesome guitars. He's
well, Tex, we have to say thank you because that is unbelievable. We always say nobody has one Eastman, right?
I don't. I got bunches of them. I got bunches of them.
Yeah, you got a lot.
I got a lot of them.
You got a Shoppe full.
Anyway, tell us what we got over here.
Okay. Beautiful T59V for the first time
I love
in
that.
summer.
I
This one
like
looks
that.
like a real old. I mean, the Shoppe is just a master. This, by the way, if you want to know what the MD815 looks like in sunburst,
Looks just
exactly
like that.
the same. That's
Very
the same
cool.
kind of sunburst. Really pretty, Lolar pickups.
Is this the new finish that is not a varnish?
No.
Okay.
It will
I'm ready for. All right.
This here we have the Mark Herring signature.
Mark
It's a
Herring
beautiful
signature.
T49.
Mark is our rep. So.
No, he wanted a one pickup archtop guitar for a long time. So I said, well, what do you want? He wanted this instrument. Lolar pickup one.
Looks great.
Beautiful. It's laminated. It's in gold burst, and yeah, this.
I love this.
If you see this, it's gonna be hard to see. Is this a new instrument? No, it's not.
It looks very vintage. Everything looks
old.
right. And I think the shop is getting so awesome at doing that right now. All the varnish stuff is looking great.
Yeah, it's looking great. We have one problem with the varnish stuff, and that it has to dry really long, and we sell more and more and more and more.
So they're behind on those.
So we got a whole varnish warehouse where the guitars are drying. So we had to find also a different finish that is close to the varnish, has that same look, and that dries much faster.
Yep.
So here we go. We came up with the True Tone Vintage Gloss. So when you glance at this, you see it's got the aged hardware, the whole patina of the guitar has that same look. It just looks like an old guitar. It doesn't have
the super shiny buff or the wear marks.
The marks that this one has, so that you won't
I can hold one.
You won't find it on that one. But the patina and the gloss and the kind of way it looks, it's the same.
Sure.
So we're doing a lot of the instruments that we used to do in the varnish, we now do in the True Tone Vintage Gloss.
And that's going to be new this year.
That's going to be new this year. Then our Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
One of the most versatile and ergonomic guitars to play, the T484 in a gorgeous gold burst color. Seymour Duncan jazz pickup, Seymour Duncan 59, really pretty. And as I said, it's a 14-inch thin line that is just so easy to play. It's a lovely guitar.
Awesome.
And then
we're going to get this guy over here. I'm going to move over here. You switch mics and get Otto all mic'd up, and he'll walk us through. So one of the things that's going to was introduced last year was the new Juliet, and now they've got an add-on to it. It's the Juliet LA. Otto, head designer over here, is now getting mic'd up, and he's going to walk us through this one right here. I know, I was talking to this one. I knew that wasn't the right camera. I know I'm talking to that one over there. It's okay. Otto, Otto is the big designer here, and this is kind of your baby, isn't it?
This is my baby.
This is your baby. And they introduced this last year. I'm going to be honest with you. This color last year was my personal favorite. Yep. I know, so we had 3 colors, right? So tell us what's new this year in the Juliet.
Yes, so Juliets, we have our classic finish Juliet released last year, our black varnish released last year, and our Pomona Blonde released last year. All very successful and wonderful guitars, and we've expanded them a little bit to the new versions of the Romeo and the Juliet behind you, John.
I'm blocking them. Yeah. So I'm gonna divide here and go. So what's start with that Juliet? What's been changed?
Oh yes. So we took the LA version of our Romeo LA, and we've graced a Juliet with the appointments of the Les tremolo bridge and the Goldo 3-point tremolo bridge, and of course the radiator Fat Cat P90s there, and we've kind of just we're keep on riding the wave, right?
And that's the new color for that one right there?
Yes, that is the Juliet LA.
All right. And only available in that color for that model.
Only available in that color with those appointments. Yes.
I got you. So anything changed on this guitar here, the Romeo? Anything? Is this pretty much stay the same?
Pretty much stay the same. It's just we love it so much, and it's kind of like just a nice little yin and yang between Romeo and Juliet. When you stay together with boyfriend and girlfriend for a little while, sometimes they start to look like each other.
There you go.
That's it,
and
right?
That happened. I got you. Otto is great. By the way, if you have never seen any of Otto's personal guitars, you need to check out his page. He does some awesome arch tops, does some awesome guitars, and has brought a lot of cool designs to Eastman. And I like working with this guy. He's such a nice guy. I love nice guys, and Otto's one of them. Yeah. So that's going to be the big push this year in the electric world. Is obviously the Juliet LA. And again, if you guys have any questions or anything, keep putting them in there, because Hinckley is watching and letting us know as things come in here. So that's it. So now we're going to kind of move on, and I'm going to get you one more time to swap mics, because we are going to be talking with my good friend Dana Bourgeois. I love Dana. Dana's been awesome. And he's going to talk more about this connection with Eastman and showing off some of the Bourgeois guitars, as well as a few surprises in the Touchstone line, which we just got to see for the first time. So we have him here, Dana Bourgeois, everybody. Say hi. So tell us what we got this year as the showcase pieces. I know a couple of them are not here yet, but we did get this one in.
We did have a little bad luck with our shipper, whose name I won't mention.
You can mention them. Just go ahead and call them out right in the middle of the show. No, don't do it. Okay, you don't have to.
Hopefully they'll come through, and we'll be getting, before the show opens tomorrow, we'll have these hooks filled. We brought just a small sampling of the guitars that we build in our shop in Lewiston. I'll quickly go through them. The first one over here is our Odyssey, which is a sort of a classic fingerstyle guitar. This one is a little on the fancy side. This one is Brazilian rosewood and redwood. It is a 12 fret with a cutaway, a 12 fret triple O style, long scale. A few bells and whistles, like a lattice brace back, which we think, it just sort of enhances the projection of especially with a soft top, like a redwood top.
Sure.
I feel like they were doing that rosette when we were up here.
Yes, we were. When we were up here, somebody was doing an Odyssey inlay on one of those when we were up there. And you got to see that close. That is a gorgeous rosette. Really, really cool. So
yeah, basically we make some cuts on the CNC, drop in some rosette lines, and then cut other lines on top of them.
That's gorgeous.
Couple of other bells and whistles. There's a very small sound port here, which adds a little bit
of the framing,
a little bit of ear candy. Yeah, we decided it'd be, why not dress it up a little bit?
Looks gorgeous
with a little sound hole bezel. This one is Brazilian rosewood,
and the beautiful set of Brazilian.
Yeah, the hazy look, by the way, is a back protector. we've usually put on our guitars for shows. So our finish is a little shinier than this.
You can see it on the sides, but yes,
Yeah.
there you'll see these protectors on here, and that's again to save. These are not inexpensive guitars that we can just buff right back
spent
out.
so much time over the years, fixing up show guitars. But
Absolutely.
so that's what
Yeah, he said it's
it's a lattice
braced.
style
Yep.
back bracing. The inlay pattern is our lily pad pattern. You can kind of like sweep across it. It's a little
There's frogs and everything.
and koi, lily pads, and you name it.
Absolutely beautiful guitar. So that's one of the ones you're showing off. We're going to have a banjo killer here
Yeah.
tomorrow, correct?
Yep, a
I'll
banjo
put this back.
killer is a long scale slope shoulder dreadnought, sort of actually named by Brian Sutton. It was the first Bourgeois guitar he ever acquired, and he thought
I've
it
got
was
another one. I just was notified that they just put another banjo killer into production that I picked out some woods with you.
Oh, okay.
And so
It'll
that
be
one was
coming
recently
down the
done.
pike shortly.
Yep. And again, that's one of the cool things that I love working with Dana and the team over there. We've been able to go through and we talk about some woods. We choose them, and the team shows me some pictures, and I get to talk with him, and we go, yeah, that's the one we're looking for. And it's been a really cool relationship with that. So appreciate that.
No
Thank
two
you.
pieces of wood are alike.
Nope.
So
And that's why he does what he does.
if you've got a choice, you might as well take it.
This is a cool guitar. James was showing me this one
Yeah.
a little bit ago. So tell him what this one is.
Well, this is a
I'll take the card.
Nick Lucas style guitar based on an LOO style body. We call it the LDDO. This one is a 13 fret. It's a very rare. I mean, some of the Nick Lucases were 13 frets for a very narrow period. It's cool. I've never really loved playing 12 frets, but I love the way they sound. This is just kind of gives you almost that 12 fret sound. Without the cutaway as this one.
I love this inlay, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
This is so cool because it has kind of that Nick Lucas, except different, sort of. It's unique. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a deco, like diamond deco, like diamond and chevrons. Sort of from the, I don't know, sort of period.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, this is the first one we've ever made.
That's what I
we
was
decided
told.
to come up with something new, for the NAMM show. The back and sides are torrefied curly maple, and they're stained a dark brown to
Again, it
match.
has that protector on it, so
Yeah.
don't freak out, guys at home. It's supposed to look like that right now.
And it has a mahogany neck. Some people don't like maple necks, so this is kind of like, it's trying to put a mahogany neck on a maple guitar and make it look right.
Very, very gorgeous. So there's another really, really nice one.
This
up
one
there.
went here.
Yep.
And this other one here is our large sound hole OM.
I just had one of these that just shipped to the shop, and it's gorgeous.
If you can hold on to that. This one is Madagascar rosewood, back and sides. Pretty nice piece.
Absolutely.
Nice tawny color. Some of it's darker than that, so the light color is pretty rare. Over the years, many people have said, I love the balance of the OM, but can you give me more bass, or can you give me a bigger? And they say, make a deep. Can you make a deep-bodied OM? Well, we've made them, and they generally don't sound the same. The ratio of scale length to top side to top area to air cavity changes, and it changes the nature of the guitar. It's a different thing. It's nice. It's its own thing.
Yeah, I bet it's its own.
But if you wanted to keep the character of the OM and just
bigger?
increase the bass, the large sound hole does it. It
I have
doesn't
agreed with
make
that.
it louder. It gives it more clarity.
That's what exactly I noticed, because we ordered one just like that and got it in. I love your large sound hole OM. I mean, obviously the OM and that you are synonymous. That's a thing. Everybody knows that. One of the finest OMs built. Dana Bourgeois does it. But I personally am a really, really big fan of the large sound hole OMs. I just like, it's just a little bit more. Just something.
There's a story back in the day. I'll abbreviate the story, but I used to show guitars to Tony Rice back in the 80s. He worked in New England a lot, and we got to be friendly. And he was really super generous with his time. But I'd show him the dreadnoughts, and he'd say, well, you know, maybe it's a little better than the last one, but it's not quite right. And he'd play it, and it wouldn't sound good when he played it, you know. And then one time I had another guitar along. It was an OM. He says, well, what's in that case? So I brought it out. It was the OM, and he played it. He said, well, this is the sound you should be after. He said, just make it bigger.
And that's it?
Yeah.
There you go.
No. It took me years to add the large sound hole to just make it bigger.
I think it sounds great. Like I said, I have been a big fan. Large sound hole OMs for you has been one of my favorite guitars. I mean, I've got quite a few favorite guitars. As you all know, I've been playing a large sound hole Dread lately that I just love, that I fell in love when we went and visited you, and then we got into OMs. I'm a big fan. Yes, Jeremy, question.
Johnny Boy said he can't believe he's watching the NAMM show 2023, and he owns the NAMM 2002 Bourgeois JOMC. This year's choice custom co-op.
Johnny says that he's got the 2022 NAMM show guitar while watching the 2023 NAMM show guitar. So it is surreal, and we're doing it with Dana. That's awesome.
Also said, please tell Dana I love my Bourgeois small jumbo.
All right, Tex also. So Tex already said he's got 2 of the Eastman OMs, or 4 that we talked about. That now he wants to thank you for his. He follows a lot of our stuff, and he's talking about doing another custom build here. So we'll get with you, Tex, and then we'll get with Dana, and we'll build another custom build.
Pick the wood.
Yeah, we'll even pick all the woods and make it be. So another thing that's going to happen is those of us know we helped with introducing the Touchstone line last year. This year, the Touchstone line has been expanded. And now, so that we had the vintage OM and Dreadnought, which is over there, rosewood size and back. These are the guitars that are voiced in Lewiston, with the tops being done in Lewiston. Then they are shipped, finished up as a build with a special team over in the Eastman workshop. Then they're brought back to you. You guys do the final setup. Everything is wonderful. It's a Bourgeois guitar at a much more affordable price. Did I sum it up pretty close?
Absolutely. You nailed it.
All right. So now we're expanding it. So that was the vintage series, and everybody knows you have a vintage series guitar that is that basic guitar as a Lewiston built guitar. Now we have this one, which is the Country Boy. And that's another one of your very, very popular guitars, the Country Boy. So the Country Boy has mahogany back and side, Sitka spruce top, same style build, correct?
Exactly.
So on this, we got a Dreadnought and an OM, both available. I'll let you, whichever one you want. Now this one again is prototype, so we are going to be changing to the black binding. But other than that, mahogany back, Alaskan Sitka spruce tops, correct? And what else do I need to know? Anything different? It's going to be your neck-ish profile, slightly different, but it's that 23-30 seconds.
One in
Correct?
23-30 seconds.
Yep.
Ever so slightly larger than a standard Dreadnought.
It's okay, and so we got a Dreadnought and an OM coming out. List price on these, because I know somebody's going to ask, $27.99, which means a street price close to the 26-ish mark. That's where we're going to be pretty close in there. So these are going to be brand. I played this one extremely balanced. Dana goes, you need to check it out. So I'm going to do it because I can again. I'm going to tilt it back so you kind of hear it to the mic. To be again your style bracing, your voicing, which is the single scallop bracing, and then you guys are voicing these in Lewiston. Then they go and finish build, and you're getting basically a Bourgeois guitar for a lot less price point, right?
That's the idea.
That is the idea. And they turned out great. The vintage series has been a good seller for us. We've done quite a few of those. I'm really excited to get the Country Boy in. I think it's going to be awesome as well. So that's going to be cool. And there's going to be even more stuff in that series. So the Touchstone series is not just the vintage version. Now you see it's going to be the Country Boy. We'll have even more coming out later on this year. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. Yes, Hinkley. There is one more that I'm going to talk about when we get back around to the corner here. you know what, I will do it now. One thing that has not shown up that Pepine was showing us that did not make it here, that will be here, we showed pictures of it today. The E22 and E22 00SS, those are the new walnut back and sides, vintage varnish sunburst. Those, you can see pictures of them. We will have a video of those out very, very shortly. Those come in and everybody's actually pricing. They are the same price as the E20 SSV. So there you go on that one. So I'll show those again tomorrow. We'll be back into the shop, into the booth tomorrow and kind of get some more specs. Yes, Inkley.
Will Eastman ever consider reintroducing the B25/LG2 body size?
LG2 body size. Will they be? I don't know that they will. I'm going to ask them that tomorrow. So I know LG size, will they be doing that? I don't think so. I will ask that in a little bit. Their guys are busy. They're over doing other people right now. So I'm going to switch over one more time because I want Dana to work with Jeremy. So hold on just one second. And we're going to talk about mandolins.
How about this end?
You get that.
Right. Green light. All right, so Dana, we have had a couple prototypes shipped to the shop that I have been really excited about coming out, and they're finally getting released. The show is kind of the big announcement. You guys have seen me do play this, the F-Style on a couple of the live streams. We had a black top in the shop as well. Releasing some videos that we shot about those this week. But Dana, they're actually finally out, and the rumors are true. We have an F-Style.
Yes.
This is the M5F, is that right? The
M5F.
M5F. So, you guys have been following the shop, no, it's a fully torrefied mandolin, torrefied Adirondack spruce top, and beautiful maple back and sides, torrefied neck as well. And we got to fly up to Lewiston and talk to you about why this came about. We made a video about that as well. But basically, you've always wanted to someday be able to build a mandolin, but with the demand for guitars, it just wasn't something in the cards right away. And then with the Eastman partnership, it finally became a reality. So you had the idea in your head, and you said, "This is the mandolin I wanted to build is this mandolin, slightly wider nut, fully torrefied, maple back and sides, like I said, and then the Adirondack top, all the things I look for in a F-style mandolin." We had a prototype, and they've made a couple small changes just to the inlay, but otherwise the same mandolin. And you guys have seen me play that on a couple live streams. You know how big a fan I am of it. What can you tell us about how this all came about and where we are right now on it?
Well, we just simply wanted to come out with sort of like a matching A and F style for a starting point. And as you can see, the appointments are pretty similar. The main difference is we did develop a new inlay for the F style, which is kind of like in a traditional style, but it's our own thing.
But your own look for the flower pot.
And then sort of like the next thing that will be coming along, I should also point out both of them have Bill James tail pieces.
Very nice.
Very nice, good quality tail piece. And
the Waverly Age tone? No, not Age tone. Age. I can't remember the name of the model. It's Golden Age.
Golden Age, thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Golden Age tuners, and these are actually custom made for us with a satin finish.
Nice. Yeah, they're very attractive looking on here too. Just kind of again shows that it's to be in this price point with these features and with the build quality. It's just I don't think there's anything on the market really competing. It was kind of a void where you kind of had like this top level and that $1,800, and then all of a sudden you had to jump up to $5,000 or $6,000, and there was this gap I think in the market, especially in the F style and I guess A style as well. That I think you're really filling with this model.
And this is about 35, and this is about 26 list.
Which that's just.
And we're branching out to different colors now. There'll be a sunburst coming. There'll be some other kinds of finishes.
And then we had the black top, which we again had a prototype in the shop. This we're debating. This may be it. We had to ship it back. Ours didn't have a label, but they had time to throw one in there, so this might be the one we had in the shop. But. Do you have plans for a blacktop F-style, or is that going to be okay?
Yeah, we'll have a blacktop. It'll be the same thing as that. We also have some prototypes in the woods, in the works with different kinds of woods. So
really?
That's going to be
exciting to watch. So the great thing is you've had the success with these. It lived up to what you were expecting to now where you're looking at other possible wood combinations, like different finishes.
Exactly.
I'm pretty excited about that. And obviously me being the mandolin guy, I'd love to have that We have a question.
Banjo Killer Touchstone in the works.
Is there a Banjo Killer touchstone in the works?
There will be.
That's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Well, we're coming up with another style of, and there's going to be another series of guitars made entirely by Eastman of our design, and one of those is going to be a Banjo Killer type guitar.
That's awesome. So I know when we talked to you, you had some of your guys going over and helping train them to your techniques you use when voicing tops, and so that's finally coming to fruition, where they're going to be building the entire build from start to finish.
Yeah, travel's been tough, as you know, in the past couple of years, so things have not moved as fast as we had hoped, but it seems like the log jam is breaking up.
It's good.
So,
and in some ways that might be a good thing, because it allowed time for this all to develop rather than kind of feeling rushed. I'm sure sometimes it's been frustrating for you not being able to really just get over there and get the ball rolling, but also it didn't rush you, so you're under pressure.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Give me a chisel.
That's awesome. So very exciting news for all you manual players out there. The F-Style, do you have an idea when those might start shipping? You said there are some in Pomona now.
Yeah, probably. I'm just going to say we don't have many in Pomona. You guys will probably get first
we got a few
dibs.
on orders, so looking forward to that. We can't give you an exact date when they're coming.
More coming in a couple of months.
Good. That's great news, because I know it's been asked. We teased that this might be coming way back in January, and that eventually towards summer this would be showing up, and that's finally coming out. So to answer those questions, they are coming soon, folks. So very exciting. John?
Yeah, we have one more.
We have one more thing to show off, right?
Okay, I got one more.
We're done
thing
with
you can
mandolins.
show it off.
Oh.
I've been sitting here talking with Chen.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're
Chen, the
discussing
owner
all
of
the
Eastman.
important things right now. Nobody.
Mic him up.
Hey, Dana. Good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right. This is a very exciting accomplishment for Dana. So Dana, we talked to you about this. What was the year that you first built your first guitar?
Well, let me see. I started it in '74.
Hinckley, you were just editing this video, do you remember?
And finished it in '75, so I can use either year if I want.
Okay, yeah. The actual label date would be 75. Did you ever imagine that back then you would get to 10,000 guitars that you had built? I think that's a pretty incredible accomplishment, especially saying that you guys have such a meticulous way of building that it takes time to build that high of a quality of instrument. So to get to 10,000 instruments, and I think you said you've been building 300 to 400 a year, to get to 10,000
quite a few years,
is quite an accomplishment. Yeah. And really to kind of celebrate that, you built this 10,000th guitar. Tell us a little bit about what is in this guitar and how it came about.
Well, it started a couple of years ago. One of our dealers, Down Home Music in Franklin, Illinois, said, "Hey, you're going to come up on 10,000 in a couple of years. We want it, whatever it is."
That's awesome.
So that's where the idea started. So we've been thinking about it since then. And the idea in my mind was to try to combine some elements that, just all of my favorite stuff. I mean, I'm known for building OMs probably more than anything. So I knew it had to be an OM, right? Yeah. And an OM had to have an Adirondack top and Brazilian rosewood back and sides. Let's pull it out and look at it while I'm talking, by the way. And then I decided to use the what we call the Ghost Flower inlay. This was designed for us by Olson Inlays, a little company in Maryland. They do work for a lot of other companies as well, but we were offered an exclusive on this many years ago, and we've used it quite a lot. So it's my favorite inlay pattern.
It's so delicate looking. It reminds me a lot of the old vine inlay that was on those early Gibson mandolins.
Yeah. And this kind of reminds me of the OM45 Deluxe pickguard inlay. But then it came down to, by the way, here's the Brazilian rosewood back and side. That's a set I've been sitting on for years, wondering what to do with.
Incredible.
Almost as a joke, we were talking about, well, what else can you do? Well, let's make it out of solid gold. Well, that wasn't practical.
Tone-wise, they're not as as
we
good as
don't-
you might think,
yeah.
but, and the cost of gold might make that
We don't
prohibitive.
make nationals.
No, okay. That would be nice.
Now
though.
that might sound good in gold, who knows? But we did decide to do a style 45, and instead of abalone, we replaced it with 14 karat gold.
Which what I liked about this, I saw the ad of the advertisement of this come out, but seeing it in person, it's very subtle. It doesn't look overwhelming. Like you'd think gold would be very gaudy, but it looks so attractive.
Well, that was the whole idea, was to make it like over the top fancy, but not gaudy.
Yeah.
Here's another little detail that I like, and a very, very subtle detail on this guitar is English holly binding.
Wow.
It's not ivory, it's not a plastic binding. That is
Wow.
actually
It catches the
a
light
white
just right.
wood. Yeah, there's a beautiful subtle grain in it, and it's hard to work with, and it's especially hard, you know, given the density differential between, you know, the holly and the gold. You know, it's tough to level and all.
Yeah.
But we put all the right effort into it,
That
and
neck, the grain on the back of that neck's just
oh, yeah.
beautiful.
curly mahogany neck. I almost forgot about that.
Engraved tuners.
Engraved gold Waverly
It's really
tuners.
something just to live up to that, the overall accomplishment of hitting 10,000 guitars, and to, like I said, at the level that you're building them at, it's just quite a testament to all the work you put into it.
Yep. And we want to also introduce James Whitkus here.
Yes, we had him on the tour when we went up
James
to the
is
facility.
production manager and master luthier, and James had probably had more hands-on, a lot more hands-on
A lot of hands-on time, I'm gonna say.
time with this guitar. So yeah, it doesn't, a guitar like this doesn't get made without the help of a lot of really good craftsmen.
Well, I guess Down Home's a great shop. We check them out all the time. They bring in some beautiful guitars and have a shop very similar to ours that we just love watching what they bring in. I'm going to go ahead and put in our order for the 20,000s ahead of theirs. We'll just start that now. The
We might have
20,000's
to have a
gonna come our
lottery
way.
for that.
But that's awesome. I think the NAMM show is a great place to actually get to showcase this guitar, and for that timing to work out is very cool. And I'm sure it's going to be a big hit for people to come by and see this.
I'll tell you a secret. It was important to have a deadline.
Yeah, that's one good thing about the NAMM show is, you know, all right, it's coming up. A good thing they pushed it back from January to April, so you got a couple more months in there. But it is good to have that deadline to make sure you get it done in time.
So here, and there's another dirty little secret. Serial number 10,000. Was it precisely number 10,000? Actually, we were about a week off. Yeah. It was uncanny.
That's wild.
So of course we reserved this number. But
Yeah, but
built
for
the
it
guitar.
to lay out that way is really very cool.
Yeah.
Can I share this? How long have you guys been working on this build?
Well, we probably, I don't know.
When did you start on
Probably
this build?
3 months.
We started on it. We started R&Ding it about 2 months before we started. We inlaid some gold pieces into some test boards and played around. Collaborated with a goldsmith who helped us work with it, and then probably about 3 months for the full build process to get it through. The binding took about 3.5 weeks to get everything inlaid, get it all polished.
Yeah, normally we do a 45 in a week.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's very cool.
And the display case is by American Music Furniture, our friends in Pennsylvania.
I think you had one of these hanging up in your photo room, right?
This is the one.
Okay.
We actually gave it a glass back.
All right.
Because after all, you gotta see this back.
And you don't want people touching it either.
Yeah.
So we solved all the problems with Chan, everything the world has been done, and I'm glad you guys got to go through this guitar.
I got some breaking news, John. We have ordered number 20,000. So
Really?
that should be, 2 or 3 years from now, you'll be at number 20,000, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. So, anyways, I think this wraps us all up here.
Let me see
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for doing
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
Dana.
job.
Thanks, Dana. We appreciate
Showcasing
it. Love
our
it.
good
Congratulations
stuff.
again.
Congratulations. We will be seeing you guys with so much more NAMM coverage. We're going to
Don't
talk.
yell
Oh,
at me.
yeah, I won't yell. We're going to get more NAMM coverage. It is going to be fun. So many stuff scheduled all throughout the week. We're going to show you new surprises.
We're going to try to
new
hit
things
just about every
single
acoustic
day.
guitar in the show
Absolutely.
and highlight it in some way or another. So be watching all the live streams and the video coming out weeks after this. It's going to be very exciting.
And it's guaranteed to be noisy in the background.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
is the cleanest it'll be.
this is the quietest day, and you can hear it already. So
Thank
prepared.
you so much, Dana. Thank you for the whole team from Eastman for letting us crash. And
Thank you for the people at the door for letting us sneak in.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Adios, guys.